Have you ever looked up at the night sky and just been marveled at how beautiful and vast space is? I do quite often. Kind of a passion of mine, if you will. The infinite wonder of space always grabs my attention. But for many years, I didn't know really what I was looking at until I bought this book, Night Sky, A Field Guide to the Constellations by Jonathan Popple. It is a very handy book, let me tell you. It goes from season to season, tells you everything you need to know about all the constellations we have in the sky in both hemispheres. And now, you might know this, or you might not, but to view the stars, your eyes need to be adjusted to the darkness. So if you've been in the light, it's gonna take some time. And now, you're like, okay, yeah, I get that, but how do I read a field guide in the dark? Hold your horses. Jonathan Popple thought of it. So in the sleeve was a flashlight. Now, it isn't your ordinary flashlight, no siree. It is a red LED. So the infrared light does not obstruct your viewing. Now, I know the camera doesn't do it justice. It really looks like a purple glob. But I assure you, in person, I can read this now. Very helpful. Thank you, Popple. What I really love about this book is all the information it gives you. For instance, here's Ursa Major. It's part of one we know a lot. We know right here, the Big Dipper. We see it a lot. It's part of Ursa Major. You might not have known that if you didn't do a little research. So on this page, you get the view of how it would look in the sky, some overhead viewing positions, a lot of basic information like name and size and when you look at it, some notes. Here's a graph of where it would be on the horizon over the months. And on the next page, you get individual information about all the stars that make up that constellation, and then the mythology, which I love the most probably because I love history. And it's really interesting to me. And something noteworthy about Ursa Major is that it is the third largest constellation and the oldest, being around since the Ice Age, which might not seem like something big, but to a little history buff like me, it makes me so excited to read about it. And I love it very much. But why? Why do we learn about the stars? Why should we? What does it matter? Well, in short, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not an essential life skill. It probably not going to affect us in our lifetime, but it's interesting if you like to learn new things, especially about something as beautiful as the wonder of space. And it's not going to be as it is now forever. It's not even the same as it was 1,000 years ago, because as the universe expands, everything's moving outwards. The stars are shifting, they're changing. Constellations that were in the sky when you were born are no longer there on your birthday. But if this is changing, for me, I don't want to lose out on any opportunity to see this as it is. For instance, in the constellation Orion, there is the star Betelgeuse. It is a very prominent star in Orion. It's right here. Betelgeuse is expected to go out in death in probably what is most likely to be a supernova in the near future, 100 years or so. I mean, it could be dead right now. We wouldn't know because of how light year works, how light travels. Maybe our children will be able to see it. Maybe our grandchildren. Maybe not. Stars it's a fickle science. We don't know exactly when things are going to happen. And if we don't try to learn about that, we can miss out on it. For me, that doesn't sit well. I want to learn. But it's up to us. It's up to the individual person. So if it interests you, I recommend this book. It's taught me so much and I love it. But if it doesn't interest you, that's all right. It's whatever you want to do. The sky is what you make of it. Thank you for listening today, and I hope this captures your attention as it has so many times mine. Bye now.